Hello students, so welcome to the lecture number 1 of a new chapter, that is chapter number 5, Introduction to Euclid Geometry. As you know, mathematics has two sections or it has two parts. The first part is known as algebra. Algebra is basically related to some symbols like infinite, pi, right? And it is also related to some equations, some identities and finding out some formulas like linear equation in one variable, linear equation in two variable. But the second section of mathematics, that is, what is the second section? The second section is geometry. Okay, the part geometry is basically related to some geometrical figures. Geometrical figures like some two-dimensional figure, you can say a rectangle, square, right? Circle, these are some two-dimensional figure, and some three-dimensional figure like cube, cuboid, okay, sphere, cylinder, cone. These are some three-dimensional structure, and geometry is based on this type of geometrical figures. So today we are going to discuss about introduction to Euclid geometry, right? So before that you have to get enough idea, you have to get basic concept about geometry. So let us know what are the basic concept of geometry and from where these concepts are being taken. Okay, so the word geometry is a Greek word. It comes from two words. Okay, it is generated from two words, that is geo, and the second word is metri. The meaning of geo is earth. Similarly, the literal meaning of metrin is to measure. Okay, so what is the meaning of geometry? The overall meaning of geometry is to measure the earth, or you can say to measure the earth surface, right? So the meaning of geometry is to measure the earth surface. It is related to measure the dimension of some geometrical figure. Dimension means the length, the breadth, the height of some geometrical figures like rectangle, cube, cuboid, cone, cylinder, sphere, circle, anything. Understood? So in 400th century BC, okay, before Christ, there was a great mathematician whose name is Euclid. And this mathematician has immense effort in the field of geometry. He spent his entire life for the development, for the well-being of geometry. That is why this mathematician is known as the father of geometry. Euclid is known as the father or the founder of geometry. During his period, he developed new concepts, some new theories. He also invented some new terms into geometry. So what are those terms? The terms that are invented by Euclid are like definition, statement, okay, axiom, postulates. The fifth one is theorem. Then last but not the least, corollary. So these are the most important terms that are invented by Euclid. And in this chapter, we are going to discuss all about this 6 new terms. So let's start with our first term, that is definition. Right? So what is a definition? A definition is a sentence. Okay, it is a sentence which describes about a given object. Suppose, let me tell you in detail. Suppose I have a given object. I have a given object. Suppose someone asks you, what is this? Then what you will say? You will say it is a white marker. Okay, it has a cap, it has a body, and inside it we have to pour ink into it. So this is the exact explanation of this marker. Right? For example, if someone asks you, what is a whiteboard? Then what you have to say? You have to say a whiteboard has a white surface, it has a length, it has a breadth, and it has a plane surface, right? So this is the appropriate definition or appropriate explanation of a whiteboard. Understood? So what is a definition? A definition is a sentence which describes a given object. Suppose, who is a human? You can say a human has two hands, two legs, two eyes, two ears, one nose, one mouth. He can speak, he can move, he can run, he can eat, as well as he can think. So this is the all-round explanation in order to identify a human. So this is known as definition, right? So what is a definition? A definition is a sentence which describes a given object, okay? Which describes a given object, right? Let me tell you some examples of some definition. First one is, a point is that which has no part. Suppose we are talking about a point. What is this? This is a point. So what is a point? Explain it. What is a point? A point is something which has no part or which has nothing. Nothing means it has neither length, it has neither breadth. Okay, a point is a very minimized portion. It has neither length, neither breadth. So this is the explanation of a point. Okay. And now coming to the second examples. Okay, a line is a breadthless length. So at first let us draw a line. If it is a line, then you can see this geometrical figure has only length. It has only length, but it has no breadth. If you compare it with a rectangle, then you can see in a rectangle it has both length and this portion is known as breadth. But in case of a line, it has only length, it has no breadth. That is why a line is known as breadthless length. So what is the meaning of this breadthless? The meaning of breadthless is no breadth. Okay, so no breadth. So what is the exact explanation of a line? A line has only length and it has no breadth. So this is the exact definition. Next, the third point. The ends of a line are 2 points. You know, every line has 2 endpoints. The first point is known as starting point, or you can say initial point. Initial point. Why it is known as a point? Because if you are going to draw any line, then you have to start with a point. See, this is a point, then you start drawing a line. So every line starts with a point and it has also an end, and this end is known as end point. Okay, so every line, see, every line starts with a point and ends with another point. So a line has both initial and end points. Understood? This is the second definition of a line. The fourth one, a straight line is a line over which points are evenly spreaded. Now you can see on a line you can draw many points over it, infinite number of points. Okay, you can draw infinite number of points and the points are situated evenly, that is one after another, one after another, one after another. So over a line you can draw a number of points, infinite number of points. Okay, in conversely you can understand it. See, in chapter 4 we have discussed that for a linear equation in 2 variables like x plus y is equal to 4 can be represented in geometrical or graphical form. How? And the graphical representation of this linear equation is a straight line. So for this you have to first find some solution of this equation and need to represent those solutions on a Cartesian coordinate system, right? Then you have to join all those points. Then what you will find? You will find a straight line. So a large number of points or the infinite number of points are joined together to form a straight line. Okay, so a straight line has infinite number of points over it, right? If this is a straight line, then this is a point, this is a point, this is a point. Okay, so all the the points lying on the straight line are known as collinear points. Again I am saying the points lying on the straight line are known as collinear points. But if some points are not lying on this line, okay, if they lie below the line, if some points lie above the line, then those points are known as non-collinear points. Clear? So the points which lie on the line are known as collinear and which does not lie are known as non-collinear points. Next, the fifth one. A surface is that which has length and breadth only. A surface means a plane. If you take the example of this whiteboard is a surface. It is a two-dimensional surface. It is a plane. Then how can you explain it? A surface has a length. This whiteboard has a length. It has also a breadth. So what is the definition of a surface? A surface has length and breadth only. Now understood? Sixth point. The edges of a surface are lined. It is a surface. Okay. Now this surface has length and breadth. Now this length is a what? It is a what? It is a line or not? Yes, it is a line. Similarly, it is the breadth. Now the breadth is nothing but a line. It is a line or not? Yes, it is a line. So the length and the breadth of a surface are the lines. This is the sixth definition of a surface. Now the last example, a plane surface is formed by evenly spreaded straight line. It means if you are going to draw a surface, suppose if you are going to draw a rectangle is a surface. Now how can you draw this? It is a surface. You can draw this by drawing a number of straight line over it. If you draw a number of straight line over it, then finally you got a rectangles, and those straight line must be spreaded evenly, one after another, like this. As you have studied, a straight line is formed by a number of points. Similarly, a surface is formed by a number of straight lines which are spreaded evenly over it. These are the basic examples of the definition. Okay. Next we are going to study about statement. And now let us talk about another term, that is statement. Likely the definition, a statement is also a sentence. Right. So a statement is also a sentence to which we can judge. We can judge means we can predict, we can suggest, we can give our opinion whether the given sentence is true or false. So ultimately the meaning of the statement is it is a sentence which can be judged to be true or false. Let me give you an example. Suppose I will say sun rises in the east. Okay. First of all, the sun rises in the east is a sentence, but we know that it is always true that sun always rises in the east. It is a true sentence. Okay, it need not to be proved. That is why now the sentence the sun rises in the east becomes a statement. Why? Because that sentence is always true. Okay. One more example. Suppose the sky becomes cloudy. Then I can predict it will rain. Then my sentence may be true or false. There is two probability, two chances. Either my sentence is true or my sentence is wrong. That is why it is also a statement. Why? Because that sentence can be judged whether it is true or it is false. Hence, in order to be a statement, a sentence need to be proven true or false. Understood? One more example. If I am saying I am eating, then is it a sentence or is it a statement? It is a sentence because I am eating, it doesn't need any proof. Okay, I cannot suggest my sentence is true or my sentence is false. Okay, it is a neutral sentence. That is why it is not a statement. In order to be a statement, a sentence need to be proved true or false. Understood? So the overall meaning of a statement is a sentence which can be judged to be true or false. You can give another example. Suppose there was a murder. Okay, there was a murder and someone of you are the eyewitness of that murder. माने गोटे जगह मनकर मर्डर है मर्डर को तुम मान जड़े देखी. Whenever the police came and asked you about the murder, then that one of you will say, yes, I have seen the murder, मुझे मर्डर टाइम देखी, and that person is the murderer. अब सही लोकटा होची मर्डरर. तमे तले गोटे सेंटेंस कहलो, कोन कहलो जे सही लोकटा होची मर्डरर. बर्तन कथा हैला जे that sentence is actually a sentence or it is a statement. It will be a statement or sentence. How we can prove? As we know, in letter the court will decide whether that person is the murderer or not. If the court decide that yes, that person is the murderer, then your sentence will be true. Hence, now your sentence becomes statement. If the court will decide no, the person that you identify is not a murderer, then your sentence will become wrong. Still, also your sentence becomes statement. Why? Because the sentence has two chances. Either it is true or it is false. Hence, the sentence that you gave to the police becomes a statement. So this is the basic difference between sentence and a statement. Okay, a sentence is neutral, but if the sentence has two chances, either it is true or it is false, then it becomes a statement. Understood? Let us give you some examples of that statement. Suppose there is an example. The sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So it is given that there is a triangle A, B, C, and the sum of all the angles, angle A, angle B, and angle C is 180 degrees. Now you have to identify whether this is a sentence or it is a statement. As you know, the sum of all the angles of any triangle you can take, the sum of all of its angle is always 180 degree. It is a true sentence. That is why this sentence becomes a statement. Okay, so it is a true statement, not a sentence. It is a statement. Understood? Why? Because it has a chance of truth. Okay, next. So the next example is the sum of angles of a quadrilateral is 180 degree. A quadrilateral means a polygon having four sides. Okay, so it has four angles, and according to the sentence, it is given that the sum of all its angle is 180 degree. Now you just identify whether it is a sentence or a statement. As I have told you, in order to be a statement, it needs to be judged whether it is true or it is false. As you know, the sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. It is always 360 degree, but here in this sentence it is given that the sum of all the angles is 180 degree. It means this sentence is a wrong sentence. Though it is a wrong sentence, so it is known as statement. Okay, it is a wrong statement, not a sentence. Why? Because it has a chance of falsity, false. That is why it is a statement. It becomes a statement, not a sentence. Understood? So, coming to the third example. X plus 5 greater than 15. Okay? Is a sentence or a statement? We have to justify whether it is a sentence or statement. Suppose Is it possible always the value of x plus 5 is greater than 15? Let us verify. Suppose I choose x to be 8. Okay, then what will be my left hand side? X plus 5, 8 plus 5, that is 13. Okay, and we know 13 is less than 15. 13 is less than 15. Okay, but here it is given that greater than 15. So this sentence is wrong. Though it is wrong, then we can say yes, it is a statement. But let us take some more examples, some more value of x. Suppose someone put x as 12, right? Then our LHS will be how much? 12 plus 5, that is 17. Now you know that 17 is greater than 15. That means this statement is true or this sentence is true. So this sentence is either true or false. We cannot say this sentence is always true or always false. That is why it is not a statement, it is only a sentence. Because we cannot say x plus 5 is always greater than 15 or x plus 5 is always less than 15. Okay, it is neither true nor false. So it is a sentence, it is not a statement. Understood? It is not a statement. So in this way you can identify which sentence is a real sentence and which one is a statement. You can identify a statement by finding out its chance of truth and falsity. If a statement or if a sentence is either true or false, then it is a statement. But if it is neither true nor false, then it is not a statement, it is a sentence. Okay, so this is the second most important term that has been given by UT.